Time warms the soul, but widens the hole. It doesn't move. 20 is the same as 40. Processes repeat, like an endless sortie. Smiles grace their features, and sometimes we ourselves become the teachers. Frowns occasionally come onto their countenance. When the dismay arrives, don't give an inch. Recounting a story becomes different every time. There will be bursts of energy past bedtime. You could equate it to quicksand. A fervent wish was made for time to stay his hand, and it was made true, for one it was eternal to. Sickness might continue without abandon. Names are confused. Mike becomes Landon. Or it could dry up. There is the sudden fear of being high up. Illusions appear. They worry they're no longer here. It takes all we have to convince them differently. And we wonder if we could have prevented it literally. But no, of course. Don't confuse the symptom with the source. They may have an assistant, or maybe not. For some, family and friends are all they've got, relying on generosity and kindness, especially when theirs has run out. Some have deafness, others blindness, others trapped in memory, still in the dugout. Some days our patience is truly tried, our tempers are fully fried, and still we go on, helping, feeding, and so on, not out of obligation, but compassion. A fervent wish was made for time to keep his promise, no matter their products and tonics. Of course it was fulfilled. It would be so willed. Not out of obligation, but compassion and dedication. Sometimes we want to leave, and nothing is stopping us, yet nobody else knows them like we. Their bedside manner won't hold up like ours does. But eventually, the sand runs out, no matter how, with or without. It will be time to move on. Maybe go to the beach, see the Yukon. For our purpose is non-purpose. The definition is altered. Our reasons faltered. The names might change along with the memory, but we have a fresh chance once more. You could equate it to quicksand. A fervent wish was made for time to stay his hand, and it was made true, for one it was eternal to. A fervent wish was made for time to keep his promise, no matter their products and tonics. Of course it was fulfilled. It would be so willed. I harbor no expectations, but I'd like you to entertain me. I assure you, it isn't inanity. When you spend your time waiting, come and see me. If it's winter, wear a beanie. Take a seat on the sidelines and stop dictating. I have no standard that I'd like you to meet, no huge challenge or feat. But when it's fall, it'd be nice to have a call. When you have nothing to do or you're bored, go off on your own accord. Don't wait for permission. Don't pay attention to the derision. I can't hope for much. It's true, there's not a lot I can do. I'll try this. Maybe it'll get through to you. We can go out for lunch, get a sundae, or some Hawaiian punch. When you spend your time waiting, come and see me. When it's fall, it'd be nice to have a call. Nature in all its forms has metamorphosis. We theorize, use a scientific method, set a hypothesis. We struggle to understand what should be instinct. We fail to put together what should be linked. Time passes and we forget. We argue and get upset. When it's morning again, let me know you're okay then. It doesn't have to be immediately. It doesn't have to be at all. But it'd be nice to have a call. When it's night and stars are spinning, we are absolutely certain you're sitting. My name doesn't have to be Father. I promise you won't bother. When you spend your time waiting, come and see me. When it's fall, it'd be nice to have a call. If it's winter, wear a beanie. It was great the last time we talked. I could hear the difference. Neither of us sulked. We could just chill. It doesn't have to be an activity. We can just vibe. It doesn't need to get complicated. No need to get frustrated. I liked our back and forth, and so on henceforth. We should really replicate those conditions. Have another similar rendition. Would you agree? Maybe say it's high time to hang with me. When it's night and stars are spinning, we are absolutely certain you're sitting. My name doesn't have to be Father. I promise you won't bother. When you spend your time waiting, come and see me. When it's fall, it'd be nice to have a call. If it's winter, wear a beanie. When it's morning again, let me know you're okay then. It doesn't have to be immediately. It doesn't have to be at all. But it'd be nice to have a call. It happened all at once. First the impression, then the description. Easily the best of the bunch. Though a little off-putting, left off on odd footing. Then the initial session, and the prescription. Muddled feeling, crooked shooting. Hearing, but not hearing. It happened all at once. Possessing, but not utilizing. It felt like yesterday when I let it go. Sitting with my head in my hands at get-go. The fine details are gone. Now it's the outline I gotta go on. Then a sudden pressure not to burst. Filtering through the bad and the worst. A calm lake of sobriety. It's time to re-enter society. I hear you now. I wanna care, but I can't. I've got the body of a twig and the depth of an ant. I hear you, I want to. But how do I rewind? How do I undo? I see you, I do. You've changed, but so have I. Back to the grind, back into the pit. Abrasive at the slightest thought. Never mind an innocent question. I hear you, I want to. But how do I rewind? How do I undo? I see you, I do. You've changed, but so have I. It's up to technology to provide the lesson. Back to the restless dreams, back to the shakes, irritable to sound and sight. Sugar is not acceptable for what he craves, non-committal, ready to fight. It happened overnight, but in a year. It took 3, it took hours, love becomes fear. It was sweet, but now it sours. You remember nothing but the face. Easy to determine, hard to brace. There was something behind the eyes, but now there's not. He sees you, he can. He's coming, and he hears you, he does. He doesn't recognize what he loves. He sees you, he can. He's coming, and he hears you, he does. He doesn't recognize what he loves. It was a true transformation, a wholly new foundation. Nothing old was seen. There was a glow and almost sheen. I'm convinced it's my punishment. To my acknowledgement, even astonishment, it became a real nightmare. The stuff of dreams, nothing made sense. Emotional warfare, excitement at the nearest pretense. It was vexing. well and truly perplexing. Spots on the wallpaper, sounds from the window. I just wanted to focus, but my attention was on everything but this. I had a letter to write, sources to cite, a fierce opener with a thesis that could bite. I'll do it all later, after I close the blinds and come out of limbo. I just can't not notice. I keep forgetting. It's throwing me off track. It's all I can do not to have a heart attack. There's an itch I have, plants I didn't water and food I didn't grab. But I need to get this done, and the sooner the better. What about that girl I met? I can't forget her. That time we hung out was fun. Shit, I gotta focus. But I keep thinking about when that guy tried to goad us. It was hard to hold back. I just wanted to hit and hack. Thankfully, I was out in check. It's due to others, I'm not such a wreck. I just can't not notice. It's throwing me off track. I need to focus, but there's something I lack. I can't say for sure. I just want my message to come across pure. But I don't know how to finish it off. Every time I write, I have a cough. The middle paragraph is short and feels too soft. I can't define it. There's an error somewhere, but I can't find it. I just can't not notice. It's throwing me off track. I need to focus, but there's something I lack. It's almost flawless, I'm just being honest, but it doesn't feel right. Maybe it's the room or the light. Is that a draft, or am I just being silly? No, I'm certain I feel chilly. Fuck, I can't write like this. It's all I can do not to notice. I hate it. It's like a hunger that can't be sated. What is so hard? It feels ruined. It feels marred. What is the issue? I've been meaning to write that letter. I miss you. There's just so much shit to do. I can almost recite every letter from every line, with each punctuation and sign. I have it memorized. It's just in the wrong order. Maybe I have a disorder. It was then I realized. There was a flash of light and a fiery vision, a heated argument and ensuing division. The cancer has gone into remission, I see it now, and with a quick bow, I go on to figure out how it came to here, the frenzy and fear, long stare and leer. There was a flurry of sound, and suddenly we were wound, perpetually hidden in the lost and found. I hear you, I said, but the listener was dead. And I had just gotten out of bed. It was a pity to start off so unkindly. The little moments where you ask, remind me, I'm a worthless fuck-up, signed, me. There was a hideous smell, and we were turned around. The walls and ceiling were horrifyingly familiar, like lost and found. It was here we discovered he was crowned. No matter how we try, we can't leave. It's not a question of strength, it's a demand. We're in the spider's nest, and it continues to weave. Good thing it falls through our fingers like sand. And the oracle said, there will be a rapture, and you will be forgiven. You will be remitted your sins, lest ye be sinning. The sky will appear like never before. It is then that it's evident who it came for. There will be clarity, and you will know. Mountains of information within your fingertips. Any direction you'll be able to go. No reason to linger if there's nothing keeping you. No matter how we try, we can't leave. It's not a question of strength, it's a demand. We're in the spider's nest, and it continues to weave. There is a moment of apprehension, and I expelled my future, detesting the promise and attention. Although I crave the sanity and the suture, there is a danger no more. I rid us of it, evermore. It can't hurt us anymore. It disappeared. I like those reasons. And in my mind it's seared. I don't understand these treasons. It can't find us now, since we underwent the vow. It can't do anything. We can forget the pain it was bringing, the perfect time to sunset, and let it ride off Maybe we should take some time off. No matter how we try, we can't leave. It's not a question of strength, it's a demand. We're in the spider's nest, and it continues to weave. Good thing it falls through our fingers like sand. And the oracle said, there will be a rapture, and you will be forgiven. You will be remitted your sins, lest ye be sinning. The sky will appear like never before. It is then that it's evident who it came for. There will be clarity, and you will know. Mountains of information within your fingertips. Any direction you'll be able to go. There is a moment of apprehension, and I expelled my future. Someday, that's what I said. Sometime, that'll work just fine. I said later, can't you hear me? Are you deaf? But it wasn't guilt that ate her. Lots of wonderful words start with F. I don't procrastinate. It's my character you're trying to assassinate. I know we said we'd do it, but do you remember when? It's not you. Actually, maybe it is. I know it's not me. It's just the timing, you see. Bad time of year. It's raining today. What would you like me to say? Don't you believe me? When have I lied? That wasn't a lie, that eventually happened. It just didn't happen when I said it did, he sighed. Don't you trust me? What did I do, he imagined. It was her turn now. She wouldn't play fair. Inside her was fury about how he said everything with no care. She was no longer frightened. Her anger only heightened. She wouldn't back down nor flinch. Physical or mental, she wouldn't give an inch. She was sick of his failure, almost frantic, done with his stupid antics. Someday, that's what I said. Sometime, that'll work just fine. Why is it so hard for you to listen, putting me in this position? I tried, I did. Don't blame me when you blow your lid. I'm just being honest. I've been with you the longest. I know you. Someday, that's what I said. Sometime, that'll work just fine. But I don't necessarily owe you. You need to understand that quick, or I'll stand back and take my pick. I said I would. Sometimes I can't. Does that make you happy? I do what I can, and I would if I could. Right now, though, I'm hungry, so make it snappy. Is it a crime to sit back and relax? Stop being so crass. I told you, alright? Just chill for a second, it'll be tonight. Is it so wrong to have a moment? I thought we were together, not opponents. There is so much pushback on every topic. So mental, it's almost psychotic. Why are you such a bitch to me? I'm not sure which day, but it'll be someday, that's what I said. Sometime, that'll work just fine. It flows to me like a memory. It happens before I have a choice. VHS goes in, button press rewind. A strangled whimper vaguely my voice, with a manner of resign. It flickers on screen, coalescing, haunting, coming live before my very eyes. Despite knowing the lore, it seems I can only despise past actions and age until I make my reprise and steal the stage. It's a solo act, performed in first person. I can't stop the reel, I just wanna feel. Is it my fault for being so stupid and careless? If you want a headline, air this. I live a life spurned, separated and scorned. No hands on the wheel I warned. This car goes where it turned. There is no going back. We can't stop it once it's on track. Familiar environments and siren scent. Know your place. That's the idiom, that's the trace. Know your place. That's the line, face to face. Despite the eyes, there is no witness. They're all for, none are against this. An outcast both in name and print. Status well defined, it's perfect, mint. It flows to me, like a eulogy. It happens before I make a noise. The camera goes on, button press record. An awkward stutter goes my voice. With a gasp of pain came the sword. Forever captured digitally, repeated rhythmically. If you want a headline, air this. I live a life spurned, separated and scorned. No hands on the wheel I warned. This car goes where it turned. Stage left is my exit. Everything captured before I confess it. Rain clouds and that smell in the air. It made a sad day for the fair. It hasn't come in a while. I still think of it every now and then. Nothing ever quite fit that style. My mind revolves around the ending of Mice and Men. We all have that field, and we all have the revolver. Some of us are loaded, and some of us are problem solvers. The others are full of bliss, on their knees, far away from the abyss, unaware of the hurt, the betrayal. It'll happen at some point. We don't really have a choice. The ship has a course, waiting to set sail. There's a crucifix, waiting for the body to hoist. Was it stage right or stage left? If you want a headline, air this. I live a life spurned, separated and scorned. No hands on the wheel I warned. This car goes where it turned. There is no going back. We can't stop it once it's on track. I live a life spurned, separated and scorned. No hands on the wheel I warned. This car goes where it turned. There is no going back.